Hello everyone, my name is Brian, I'm from East River Pilates, and this is Good Stretch with Well+Good. Today, we're gonna be doing some great gooey stretches for low back pain, one of the most common things that we all experience from time to time. Hopefully this helps you feel really good in that lumbar spine, and if you're feeling good, it'll keep you feeling great. We're gonna go ahead and come to the back of our mat, and we're gonna start with one of my favorites, just a big juicy roll down. Reach those arms high to the ceiling on a big inhale, and then on a big exhale, just dive those hands down. Find a nice forward fold. If you're feeling really tight in the hamstrings today, feel free to get a little bend in the legs. And then at the bottom, hold on to those elbows, let the chest sway side to side as we come all the way back up. And you guessed it, we're gonna do that a few more times. Reaching the arms all the way up. This time, maybe you stack the opposite hand on top. You roll all the way down. Good. Hold on to the opposite elbows. Find that switch of the stack of the arms. Sway side to side. All the way up. Nice. We take it 2 more times. Little bit different. All the way up. Roll all the way down. Big inhale, this time soften the knees, hands come up the shins. Maybe you find a little rest of the hands on the knees, just take a nice extension of the chest. Release it all the way down. Roll all the way up. And let's do it 2 more times. I decided to add another one on just for fun. All the way down, nice, it just felt so good. Find the trace of the hands up the shins, open the chest, good, big extension. Find that release and roll up. Now at any point today, if any of these moves feel like they're not really your best life for your low back, always make it smaller and stay in the stretches that do feel good. Nice, there's a lot of reasons why our low back might not feel very great, and we're gonna try and hit all of those points today, but one of them might be your best life that you're like, oh, this is it. If that's the case, make sure to stay there. Nice, we lift up one last time. Find that nice, good opening of the chest. Oh, feels so good. Release all the way down. This time we walk those hands forward. Find a downward dog. Feel a release of the chest. Find a little tread of the feet here, good. Bend the right knee, sit into the left hip. Take a big inhale, big exhale. We step the right foot to the right hand. We're gonna go ahead and take the right hand to the right knee, left hand on top, and we're just gonna find a few little bends and straightens of this front knee here. Good. A lot of what we're doing today, we're gonna kind of like go in and out of the range of motion that we're finding to be our best life. So we're gonna test a little bit, see how far it feels good to go. And if you've reached your max, go right on back. Nice. Lean forward, find that lean. Left arm is gonna come high to the ceiling. Pick your ribs up and then side bend over, open up that left side waist. Beautiful, big inhale and big exhale, stretching all those muscles between the rib and the hip. All the way up, one hand at a time goes to the inside of your right foot. Tuck the back toes, back thigh comes high, step that right foot into down dog. Pedal those feet, nice. Stretching the backs of the legs, the chest, the low back. Then the left knee this time. Step the left foot to the left hand, drop that right knee down. One hand at a time comes to the hips. You go ahead, lean forward. Yeah, maybe one of these hips is a little tighter, and release. Nice, good, I love this one. This is a great one as well for just kind of seeing where your hips are today. You know, not necessarily going to your maximum. Maybe you didn't know you had tight hip flexors. Now you might be like, oh yeah, this stretch is really where I need to be today. Finding that lean forward, hold it there, right arm reaches to the ceiling. Lift through the ribs, side bend over, open up that right side waist. Big inhale and big exhale here, nice. Lift all the way up, a little different this time. You're gonna go ahead, take one hand at a time to the inside of the left foot, scooch the back knee in. You're gonna sit back and straighten both legs forward. Nice, now, you're gonna go ahead, take a little soft bend of the knees here. Hands are gonna come on the bottoms of the knees or the backs of the knees. You're gonna go ahead and start to trace forward, pull the chest forward towards the knees, nice and bent, so we're really trying to get into that low back. And then you're gonna roll up and find a nice opening of the chest. Good. It's kind of like a seated cat-cow. So finding how you can really round the spine, bring yourself in and lift up. Good. A lot of times, moving through stretches and different ranges of motion can actually unlock a lot more release in the tissue and the muscles than just a static hold. Now that's not true for every body type, so I always encourage you to kind of play around with what feels good for you and what really works for you. But this should feel really good no matter what. Finding all of that nice, beautiful fold. Good. Now if you're really craving it, start to stretch those legs forward. Find a little bit more stretch in those hamstrings. Find a little bit more release in the low back. And then come all the way up. Maybe you lift the knees up. Big extension. Good. Fold over. Nice. And big lift. Filling up the lungs, opening the chest wide. We go ahead, take the hands back behind the hips. This time, we're gonna go ahead and stack the right foot on the left here, getting a little stretch in the outer right glute, but also giving you deeper stretch in the back of the hamstring and the calf. Here, if this is a little bit too tight for you, just go ahead and take the foot by the knee instead. We're gonna go ahead, find this lift up, and you're just gonna go ahead, tending up onto the fingertips, lean forward. Use the hands behind you to try to keep the chest really open and the spine really long. And then inhale up. Nice, find that tent. Nice. Again, this should feel really good. You should feel this in the back of the left glute and left hamstring, more than that low back. Really targeting muscles here that help you really release all of those muscles that kind of like get out of the tension in the low back. Whenever you're ready, you're gonna fold forward and just try and keep as much length in the spine as we just found. This is as far as I go today. I'm really feeling it in my hamstring and my left glute as well as my right glute. And that's great. Like for me, I'm like, amazing. No matter how deep you get into the stretch, if you're feeling it, it's helping. Nice. All the way up, we make a slight adjustment. Right foot comes to the inside of the left knee. Left leg opens to the side. From here, we're gonna go ahead and reach the right arm out to the side. You're gonna side bend over, open up the right side waist. Now here, feel free to drape the left arm to the inside of the left thigh. Again, if this feels better here, bend that left leg so that we're really focusing on getting into that right side waist rather than just hamstring stretch. Inhale up and exhale over. Good. Inhale up and exhale over. Feeling free again. Bend that leg whenever you need to deepen the stretch in the low back. Nice. The next time that we've side bended, keep that side bend. Take the left hand behind the left thigh. You're gonna go ahead and cross the right hand, find a twist. So chest is now aiming towards your knee. Sweep the right arm back up. Nice, and twist. Good. These are stretching muscles in the side waist and the low back that, boy, do they contribute to low back pain. Good. If again, you're feeling a lot of hamstrings, instead bend that knee. It feels really good to bend that knee sometimes. Nice. Beautiful. The next time that you're here, just hold it. Find that good stretch. Maybe you can get the chest a little closer to the thigh. This feels really, really good for the right side of my low back. These muscles play a big part in side bending. They also get really tight though when you sit all day. They kind of get a little compressed and angry. So this is a great spot to get a nice amount of release. Big inhale here. On a big exhale, we roll all the way up. Hands come behind us. Straighten both legs forward. Give them a little shake out. And then from here, you're gonna go ahead and take the left ankle and stack it on the right knee. Now, this one for me is a little tighter. So again, if it's for you, you can always take the foot to the inside of the knee instead. Nice. We're gonna go ahead and tent up onto those fingertips. Use that tent up to try and lengthen the spine forward. And then inhale back up. Good. Nice, everyone. Woo. Hopefully you're feeling this. I really am feeling this through the back of that right leg and my low back. Nice. Finding that lift and then lowering down. This is helping us also try to achieve length in our spine in our stretches. A lot of times we tend to really like fold over and kind of crunch and compress this low back. We're trying to find how we can keep it as long as possible, for as long as possible. Nice. Beautiful. Whenever you're ready, try to keep all of that length. Start to fold over that thigh. Again, this is maybe as far as you go today. Maybe you drop that foot to the side and find just a little bit more seated stretch. Nice. If you're like me and you're like, oh wow, I'm really feeling it. It's a good indicator that maybe you want to spend a little bit more time afterwards getting that low back more stretched. Nice. We go ahead, take this left foot to the inside of the right knee. Open this right leg out to the side. Find a nice little lift through your seat. You're gonna go ahead and side bend over. Find that, really good opening of that left side waist. Yeah, one side is not like the other. Inhale up. Again, feel free, bend that right knee here. Get deeper into that left side waist and come back up. Beautiful. Really getting that stretch of the rib away from the hip. The muscles we're stretching are called the quadratus lumborum. I always feel like the mat is gonna start levitating whenever I say that, but they kind of act like suspenders from rib to hip. Good. I always feel like Hermione Granger, like, it's lumborum, not lumborum. Nice. We go ahead and find this nice side bend. Take the left hand to the outside of that left thigh. Find a little twist. And then open into that side bend. Good. Finding that twist and opening into that side bend. Nice. Feeling the ribs really try to stretch away from the hips. Beautiful. Encouraging an open chest. Nice. We go ahead. Find that stretch here. Ooh, nice. One side is not gonna be like the other. That's okay. Maybe you just spend a little bit more time on this side. Maybe you rewind the video a bit. Take a little bit more quality time on this side. Nice. We roll all the way up. We go ahead, bring those feet in. Left shin goes to the side. From here, we're gonna go ahead, bring ourselves into a little Z sit. We're gonna bring the hands in front of us. Walk them forward. Find that nice stretch again in that right glute. Lift back up. Find that stretch in that right glute and lift. So this is a half pigeon stretch. Whenever you want a little bit more, you can bring the left thigh a little bit more behind you, but this is great at stretching out that piriformis and that upper glute. Nice. Piriformis is an external rotator in your glutes. Very, very tight when we sit all day. This is great at releasing sciatic nerve tension as well. Nice. Finding that lift up. We can go ahead once you're ready. Straighten that back leg, adjust your hips. Find that nice lower, and lift. Nice, full pigeon here. Good. Finding a little lift of the hips here so we can really get those hips to square off. And again, going in and out of the muscles in the tissue and encouraging them to release through active stretching. A little bit more of an active stretch. Good. We go ahead, fold forward, reach those arms. After all that movement, take a moment here, settle for yourself. Find big inhales and big exhales, feeling the opening of the back of the hip. Nice. This is a big, big culprit, this muscle here in our low back pain. All the way up. We go ahead, tuck the back toes, shimmy those shins. Find yourself in the opposite Z sit. Good. Planting those hips as close to the floor as you can. You're gonna go ahead and walk the hands forward, bend the elbows down, and lift. Good. Bend and lift. Nice. Beautiful. Again, you'll find that one side is not like the other. Usually one side's a little bit harder to stay square on. Maybe you feel a little bit of tingles on one side that you didn't find on the other. That's okay. Nice. Good. If you ever need a little bit of assistance as well, a pillow under your glute right there is great at giving you a little bit of support. All the way up, we go ahead. Right leg straightens back. Woo, yeah, I can feel that this one's a little different. Keeping those hips lifted here as much as you can. So making sure that those hips are square for this. We keep on going. Nice. Ooh, this one's good. Lifting through the top of the head as you do this, still finding as much length in the spine as possible. We go ahead, fold forward, reach those arms nice and long. Feel that back of the hip opening. Find deep inhales and deep exhales. Nice. Releasing the back of that hip. Good. We walk those hands in. We go ahead, lift ourselves up. Right shin comes in and you find yourself on your back for a few little moments on our back. We go ahead, straighten the left leg out, hug the right knee into your chest. Take a big inhale. On a big exhale, left hand to the outside of the right knee, you pull this across the chest and the hips. Find a spinal twist here. Nice. Oh. Hands down, one of my favorite stretches for my low back. Big inhale and a big exhale. We come all the way up. Scoop the left knee under the right and return. Still trying to stretch that outer glute and outer hip here. Nice. Big inhale, relaxing that chest. Big exhale, pull back center. Step the right foot down, straighten the right leg out, hug the left knee into the chest. Good. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. You pull over, find that twist. Oof, nice. Big inhale and big exhale here. Good. Inhale and on an exhale, untwist. Scoop the right knee under the left. Retwist. Good. Juicy, juicy stretch for that outer glute. Nice. Untwist here. We go ahead, one foot at a time down onto the mat. Inhale and on an exhale, pull one knee at a time into the armpits, holding onto the insides of the heels, finding a little happy baby. Now, if this is great for you, feel free to take a little rock side to side. But if you have it in your practice and in your wheelhouse, make a little room on your mat. Inhale on an exhale, legs go up and overhead. Find a little supported plow, bending the knees down as much as you need, finding the opening of the low back, keeping weight out of the neck here. Good. Straightening the legs as much as you want. Oof, good. This feels so nice. Big inhale, big exhale. Bend the knees into the forehead. Roll down one bone at a time. Let those legs rock from side to side. Nice. And then turn over onto one side, push yourself up, and with that, we're all done. Thank you guys so much. This has been Good Stretch with Well+Good. Again, my name is Brian from East River Pilates. If you loved this video, don't forget to click subscribe and have a great rest of your day. See you next week.